Have you ever woken up Sunday morning and you're already dreading Monday and you don't even know exactly like where it's coming from, what this feeling is, why you're feeling it. Sometimes you're just dreading Monday and you don't even know why. So, if that's how you're feeling today on Sunday, January 4th, then you're in the right place. So, my name's Katie. I am in a transition year right now. Um, I have no plans. I currently am working just a contractual job in yachting. I'm a day worker, which means I'm helping my friends through a refit on their boat, just getting it ready for the season. So lots of cleaning, lots of organizing, lots of outfitting, and it's strange to me that I kind of woke up this Sunday morning with this dread because it's not my full-time job. I'm just here temporarily. Um, and it took me back to years ago when thinking about relationships, and when I'm talking about relationships, I mean like intimate ones, friendships, family, acquaintances. Like it made me think of like relationships, it made me think of jobs, it made me think of places. And I've had this feeling before, and it's not always Sunday where I'm having the Monday morning dread, but I feel like Sunday you kind of have a chance to reflect on it and find out like what this feeling is and why. But yeah, I've had this feeling before. It's shown up a lot in my life, and it's taught me to start asking questions like why don't I want to get up in the morning? Why don't I want to go to work? Why don't I want to see this person? What about this day is making me feel like dread it, is making me feel like I don't want to be here, I don't want to do this thing, I don't want to see this person. And it's a tough question. And I feel like in my life, because I'm so nomadic, it can be the answer can be like all those things. Like, I don't want to be in this place. I don't want to work this job. And I don't want to see these people every day, you know? I don't think it's ever been all three. I genuinely have loved the people I work with, so that's always a good thing. But yeah, it's one of those things for me too because I've taken the leap of faith several times. I've changed locations, I've traveled, I've changed jobs. Um I've worked for corporations, I've worked for per in private sectors, I've worked in yachting, I've worked in restaurants. Um I've traveled, I've worked contractually, like I've moved around a lot. So I've made a lot of leaps of faith in the past. And, you know, the reason this is like my year of no plans is because I've taken that leap of faith in the past, but I always had plans. I always had a job lined up. I always had, you know, um, people I was gonna go see or I was gonna go stay with. And this year I'm not doing any of that. And so it's strange to me waking up with that feeling of dread. And I realized if you don't start asking yourself that question of why you're feeling this way, it's very easy to just get stuck in that pattern. So every Sunday or every Monday, you wake up, you dread going to work. I'm just going to use work as an example. You dread going to work, but you don't ask the question why, and then suddenly you're just on autopilot. You know that you're gonna dread it every Sunday and you're gonna go to work every Monday and you're gonna like dredge through the week and then like look forward to Friday, have this great weekend or not, who knows, like whatever your lifestyle is. And then you do it over and over again, and it starts to become this pattern, this ritual, this um habit you just form of like you feel that feeling, you feel that dread, and you just keep doing it anyway because you don't know what it would be like to have a different job, to have a different partner, to have a different place to live. I think most of the time because it's comfortable, it's what we know, and I think a lot of people are scared to get out of that comfort zone. I also think it's because a lot of people don't know how to get out of that comfort zone. So, this is why I feel like asking that question of yourself is the first step, and it's a very important step. Why don't I want to go to work today? And it could be many different reasons. It could be you don't like the commute, you don't like your manager, you don't like the people you work with, you don't like how the rest, like I'm just going to use restaurants as an example. Maybe you don't like how the restaurant is set up. Maybe you don't like how the um yachting, you don't like the hierarchy of the system, you don't like the cleaning products they use on the boat. I don't know. I'm just like winging this. But like once you start answering those questions for yourself, sometimes it's an easy fix, right? It's an easy, oh, I just don't like the cleaning products on this boat. Cool. Start suggesting different cleaning products to the chief stew or to the second stew, like wherever you work in the hierarchy, suggest different products. Um, if you're the chief stew, get different products. Like I I think so many times we get stuck in this dread and this rhythm of not wanting to do something, and yet it's an easy fix, and we just need to take the initiative to fix it or to change it or um I don't know, even if like you love your job and you love where you work and you love everything, but you just don't like that one coworker. I mean, sometimes it's just reframing your mindset and being like, you know what? I love everything about this job except this one person, but I'm not going to let that one person make me dread Monday morning every week, You gotta just like um you gotta flip the script on it. You gotta find a way to either keep going because you love everything about it except one thing or two things, and that's what you want to do. You want to keep going and pursuing whatever it is, like keep working that job, keep living in that place, keep staying with that partner. Uh or if one or two little shifts, you're still dreading it, you're still miserable. Okay, what else needs to change? And sometimes it could be the fact that you love the job you're in, you just don't love the place you're in. You want to do it somewhere else. And it's possible. It's so possible to talk to HR, talk to your boss. Hey, I love what I'm doing. I want to keep doing it, but I really want to live in Tennessee. I really want to live in Texas. Maybe you have family a couple states away that you want to get back to. And I feel like there's so many skills that we have, jobs that we have that can transfer over into a new place. Maybe you want to work overseas. Finding a way to work overseas and still doing what you love, I mean, it's amazing. And and I really just hope that more and more people, and I think people are now asking that question, like, what would make this better? What would make this exciting to wake up to in the morning? Because that's one thing that really hit me hard in one of my jobs was that I wasn't waking up in the morning and excited to do it anymore. And And I was living in one place where I was waking up every morning and being like, God, I don't want to go outside, and that's information, right? It's information. It's my body telling me, it's my mind telling me like something isn't working here and I need to change it, you know? And especially when you're like working with people or your partner, you're not going to change them. Okay. They're not going to change. So you need to change yourself. Like I said, if you have a coworker you just aren't enjoying, they're not going to change. You gotta reframe your day, your mindset so that they don't cause you harm through your day. If it's a partner, that's a whole other can of worms, and you gotta really figure out um what the changes that you can make so that your days are better, so that you're waking up in the morning and really loving what's coming. And for me, going into this year with no plans, I'm, I think, I think part of why I was dreading this morning is because, um, I'm not sure what's coming. I know what's coming Monday because I'm going to be helping out on the boat. But it's more like the week after that and the week after that and the week after that. And because I'm so programmed, it's so part of my pattern to have a plan is that I'm dreading it because I don't know what's coming. And what's cool in this scenario is that I can change my frame of mind on that, and instead of being scared of it or dreading it, I can turn it into excitement. Especially because you know, it's like my brain wants to start doing all these what if scenarios. And it's like, no, no, let's, instead of what if, and it starts to go down the hill, let's do the what ifs that start to go up the hill, right? Like the exciting stuff, what's to come. So, yeah, guys, if you're in a season where you feel stuck, you're not waking up in the morning and excited for the day, like really I highly suggest you start asking yourself the question, what can I change today that will make tomorrow exciting to wake up for, that will make my days better and feel more fulfilled, right? Because there's no reason to be on this earth waking up every morning dreading the day. Like, the whole point is to enjoy it. The whole point is to laugh and have fun and enjoy the gifts that we get every day from the sun and the rain and the snow and the trees and the birds, like if if um if you're dreading it, for me, it's like, what's the point? So I thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to my day 4, diary, and stay tuned for next tomorrow.